I didn't change the thumbnail. Be casual Saturday. Whatever. Mm. What? I need to sign in? Damn it. Um. Wait. It's sensitive information. Like what year I was born. Okay. um. Hmm. Separate. I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm coming. Emergency signal. Is there any way to make this full screen? Is it going to make it anything but a black screen?
Looks like the power's on, but...
Oh, put the subtitles off.
Initiate system calibration. Doesn't look like I've got many options. Connect to Star Portal 404. Right, let's not bother with specifics.
The studies we have?
Relay emergency broadcast on all available frequencies. So that should be enough to get my distress call out. Time to get your wings on.
I can't hear you.
All right. Looks like we're good to go. This is an emergency distress call.
I need to reset the damn game.
Broadcasting from the planet Gaia. If you're receiving this, please respond immediately.
Heck, shouldn't this be the right?
Okay. Now to see if anyone picks up the signal.
Oh. The chat history is nice and all, but Okay, you can hear what's in the game, but I can't hear what's in the game. What the hell? Something happened to the... Happened to the monitoring cable? What the heck did... Oh, maybe that's this thing. Has some sort of sound. Okay. Screw you? Okay, so it's obviously not this. Damn it, what the hell? Why is the... This is why we do things live. I haven't had problems with it before, so I don't know. Oh, freaking hell. I forgot. I forgot to put my freaking avatar on. I forgot to put a girl on. There's that too. Hello. I'm here. Okay, so I'm here, but now my audio, I can't actually freaking hear what's in the game. Oh, ABG, do not disturb. Who the hell do I make ABG does not disturb me at all? Oh, why? Okay. I don't know why my audio was muted. Just randomly. Okay. Okay, we're good together now. Sorry for all that. What's that?
Looks like the power's on, but... Initiate system calibration. Doesn't look like I've got many options. Connect to Star Portal 404. Right, let's not bother with specifics. Relay emergency broadcast on all available frequencies. So that should be enough to get my distress call out. Time to get your wings on. All right. Looks like we're good to go. This is an emergency distress call. Broadcasting from the planet Gaia. If you're receiving this, please respond immediately. Okay. Now to see if anyone picks up the signal.
She's still speaking. Oh, injured? Oh no? F11? No, but that doesn't do anything. I need to use the configuration tool in my Steam library to set the highest resolution and uncheck Windows mode. I guess we're just playing it on our desktop like this. Hello? How are you doing? Do you need assistance? Of any kind? How can I help you?
Oh, someone actually picked it up. Thank goodness. I'm okay for now. Still trying to catch my breath. I'm Stella. Who am I talking to?
My name's Melody.
Nice to meet you, Melody. That's a pretty name. So, I'm curious. How did you manage to pick up my distress signal all the way from Earth?
Lisa will be love. Well, you look pretty futuristic, so I'm assuming there's some wibbly wobbling, timey wimey stuff involved. Yeah.
Wibbly, wobbly, timey, wimey stuff? I'm not sure I follow. Is that a joke?
Never seen Doctor Who on.
Or are you trying to explain something about the signal? If you could give me a more straightforward answer, I'd really appreciate it. I'm still trying to wrap my head around how this all works.
I take it you don't have Doctor Who where you came from. Yeah, it's like you might be from the future, or at least from a very far away planet. Sorry, I shouldn't be making like references to Earth stuff that you might not know about.
I think I get that you're trying to make a joke or reference something, but honestly, it's just going over my head right now. I'm still trying to understand the basics of how we're even talking. The Star Portal network is supposed to be for emergency communications across vast distances, but I've never heard of it actually reaching Earth directly like this before.
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter that much. The point is, like, I can help you. We're talking. I'll try to assist you in any way I can.
I really appreciate that. Thank you for being here to talk and help. To be honest, I'm in a bit of a tricky spot right now. I'm currently trapped inside my life pod. It landed harder than expected, and the hatch is jammed. I'm trying to figure out how to get out safely.
Well, I think I have a manual laying around, but I can try to give you suggestions, I guess, if you describe what you're working with.
I actually have the manual here, but it's not super helpful with this specific situation. It mentions there's an emergency exit, but that's about it. As for what I'm working with, I've got a pistol grip drill and some basic repair tools. Screwdrivers, wire cutters, pliers. There's also some spare wires and fasteners. What kind of suggestions were you thinking?
Is there some kind of like button or lever or like release switch or anything like that next to the door that you could like press or pull or otherwise interact with?
Let me check the area around the door more closely. There's a small panel with some buttons and lights, but they're all dark. I don't see any obvious levers or release switches. The manual mentioned an emergency release, but I don't see anything that looks like it's supposed to be pulled or pressed to open it.
Hmm. Maybe the buttons don't have any power? Do you have any idea how to the power to the buttons or that's all I can really think of.
That's a good point. The pod systems are definitely running low after the crash. I've got some spare wires and electrical tape. Maybe we could try to bypass or reroute power to that panel? What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, I'm going to give this a try. If it works, I should be able to get out. Thanks for sticking with me through this. I really hope it pays off. I'll check in once I'm out, okay?
Loading. Cool.
I'm alive! I honestly thought I was done for. And this is Gaia. It is so surreal that I am standing here. This is wild. No. The others... There was this solar storm, and it was just so much worse than we expected.
Do you think there's any other survivors?
I really hope so. My suit's detecting no other vital signs nearby, but Gaia's electromagnetic interference is messing with the signal. I just can't tell for sure. It's hard not knowing. Part of me wants to go looking immediately, but another part says I should gather my bearings first. What do you think?
And inspecting the surroundings seems like it's a good start.
It's a lot to take in. The terrain's pretty open. Grasslands stretching out, some hills, mountains way off in the distance. But everything feels so quiet. Too quiet. I'm trying to get my head around it all. Have you ever been in a situation where you just felt completely lost? Even if it wasn't as extreme as this?
I got lost in a corn maze one time. Although it turned out I actually had gone off the path, like completely, and I was just walking through a bunch of corn, and I got pepper cuts, and it was kind of bad. Eventually, we found our way back to the path, though.
Oh, pepper cuts sound pretty painful. At least it wasn't life or death, right? But I get what you mean. Being lost, even in a relatively safe situation, it can still be really unsettling. The unknown always has a way of messing with your head.
It also looks like there's plenty of landmarks around here, so it probably won't be too difficult to get around.
Yeah, those mountains should give me a good frame of reference. Still, even with landmarks, it's different when you're actually out here. Everything feels bigger, more unpredictable. So, what were you up to when you received my call earlier? Anything exciting, or just another day?
Actually, I'm in the middle of streaming a bunch of casual video games.
That sounds like a blast. I used to play games like that with friends during breaks from studying. It's great for just unwinding, you know? So, which games are you streaming? I'm curious, anything I might have heard of?
Well, later I'm going to be playing Tetris Worlds and The Sims Busting Out. They're like on my PlayStation 2. Got a whole setup for it, and it's kind of elaborate, but I managed to get it working.
Whoa, you're rocking the old school vibes with that PS2 setup. Tetris Worlds is a classic. I'm a little jealous. Wish I could have stuck around for some friendly competition. Though I have to say, my current game isn't quite as fun. More like survive the planet. But hey, at least I've got some awesome scenery, right?
At least you're not on some planet with a bunch of things trying to eat you. Or at least it seems pretty, like, peaceful, relatively speaking.
Yeah. So far it's pretty calm. Just the wind and some grass rustling. It's almost too quiet, like nature's holding its breath. It's strange, though. Even with all this beauty around me, I still can't shake off that feeling of being completely alone out here. Does that make sense?
At least you've got me to talk to. Hopefully you'll run into some other survivors sooner or later.
You're right. Having someone to talk to, even if it's just through a screen, means more than you know right now. I really hope I run into the others soon, too. It's hard not knowing what happened to them.
So, what's next?
I'm going to gather everything I know and think it through carefully after our call. Got to make sure I'm making the best decisions, not just rushing in blindly. For now, I'm just trying to take it all in and get my bearings. What do you think I should prioritize first?
Do you have any like supplies, like stuff in the pod that can be used like for first aid or rations? Anything that can help you? That would be a good place to start.
The pod had basic emergency rations. Enough for a few days, I think. Water too, though? I'll need to find more soon. And there's a medical kit with the basics. The tools I used to escape are still here. A drill, some repair gear, but that's about it. Most of the equipment got damaged during the landing.
Besides that, you can see what kind of like materials you can scavenge, like to make some kind of rudimentary shelter, I suppose.
There's some grass and scattered trees around. Maybe some rocks I could use. Not much else that I can see right now, but I'll definitely keep an eye out as I move around. A shelter would be a good idea, especially if the weather changes. I just need to figure out the best way to use what's available without wasting too much energy.
Hmm. This is incredibly awkward. I have no idea what to say. It seems like the weather's pretty nice too. Like room temperature weather. So are we gonna get to exploring and stuff, or are we just gonna stand around here talking for a bit longer?
Fair point. I'm not just going to stand here all day. But I want to make sure I've got a solid plan before I start wandering off into the unknown. Plus, I'm actually enjoying talking with you right now. It's nice having someone to bounce ideas off of, even if we're light years apart.
I just kind of feel like I've run out of suggestions to give you right now. So, like, you have any ideas of your own of how to proceed?
Honestly, I've been thinking about scouting towards those mountains in the distance. They might offer a better view of the surrounding area, or even some natural resources. But I'm not entirely sure that's the smartest move yet. What do you think about that idea?
And the mountain's a pretty good landmark. If you don't have like a compass or anything, then you could like use that as a good direction, so you know that like, the opposite direction is where your pot is, and uh, also like keep note of like where the sun is located, and yeah, just stuff like that.
That's actually a pretty solid approach. The mountains could work as a kind of North Star for me, and using the sun to keep track of direction is something I learned in training. It's funny, sometimes the simplest ideas are the most helpful. Thanks for reminding me of that, Melody.
No problem. No problem. Well, no time like the present to get to it.
Will do. Though, I think you meant never talk like you're not ready to get to it, or maybe you're just keeping me on my toes with the wordplay.
Oh,
Either way, I
I'm
appreciate you
kind of
keeping
slowing my
things
speech a little
light.
bit.
It helps more than you know.
Sorry, I sometimes uh turn my speech a little bit. I mean, like, there's no like time like the present to get to it, to get moving, and get to exploring.
Oh, I get it now. You're absolutely right. No time like the present. Though I'm going to take just a few more minutes to make sure I've thought everything through before I head out. And hey,
Okay.
don't worry about how you talk. I'm used to figuring out what people mean, even when the words get a little mixed up. It's kind of like decoding space transmissions, right?
I'm still completely out of ideas for how to, and suggestions for how to, um, proceed. Like, is that how the demo ends, or like just us talking endlessly, or I'm not sure like what the limit of a demo is. I suppose you could also check for like any bodies of water. Make sure that they're fresh water, not salt water. Make sure it's actually water, like H2O. Um, that might be a good idea for something to look out for.
Fresh water is definitely crucial. From what I've learned about Gaia, there should be some rivers or streams around, given all the greenery. I just need to be careful about what I'm looking at. Some alien plants might look like water, but be something entirely different. Though honestly, even if I find water, I'll have to figure out how to purify it. My suit's got some basic filters, but they're limited.
Of course, it's also food and making sure the food is like actually edible by humans. You have like anything to test that, or yeah,
I don't have any specific testing equipment on me. The emergency rations are designed to be safe, but anything I find out here, I'll have to be really cautious. I've had some basic training on identifying safe foods, but it's mostly theoretical. I'll need to rely on observing what looks healthy and avoiding anything that seems off or poisonous.
I can't imagine that like even like thinking about like what like coloration or look of a thing like this is a different planet. Like things have evolved differently than our instincts are designed to deal with. Um, just a random thought I had.
You're absolutely right. That's what's so unnerving about this. Everything looks familiar at first glance, but it's all just off. The colors, the shapes, it's like nature painted by a different artist. And you're spot on about instincts. What would normally seem safe for edible back on Earth could be dangerous here. It's a constant mental check to remind myself that just because something resembles something from home, it doesn't mean it behaves the same way.
I still don't know like what we're supposed to like talk about or say. Like if the entire point at this point is just conversation. Um, I might just go ahead and look up, um, like whether or not we can't move forward because it's a demo. Okay, it's heavy reliance on cloud-based AI model, leading to extremely high data usage, requiring constant strong internet connection, daily playtime limits. Yeah, okay. That's not what I meant. It'll only be played for 60 to 46 minutes per day. At least I don't have data caps. I'm good. Where does the demo end? I have no idea what we're supposed to do now. Like, is there something we need to talk to her about, or do we just keep talking to her endlessly until we run out of our daily time limit or whatever the heck is? At least the weather seems nice. Like it's like room temperature, like almost 75 degrees, according to the thing in the corner. That's good.
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable right now. The drone's reading 74 degrees, actually. That's definitely a plus. Though, I'm keeping an eye on the sky. Whether our new planets can turn quickly, and I don't want to get caught off guard if a storm rolls in.
Like, any idea of what more advice I could give you? Because I don't really have much of anything left.
Honestly, just having someone to think out loud with has been incredibly helpful. Even if we don't come up with any grand strategies, it's keeping me focused. If you want, we could just chat about something completely unrelated for a bit. It might help clear my head before I start figuring out my next steps.
And we talked about video games earlier. Are there any games you might be able to recommend to me? Like, from any era, I have access to a lot of systems.
I've got a soft spot for old school space sims like Freelancer. The way it lets you explore and customize your ship always felt so immersive. Though, if you're looking for something a bit more relaxing, I used to love playing Stardew Valley during study breaks. There's something soothing about building your own little farm, you know?
I also like Minecraft. It's actually kind of almost related to like what's happening here because like you can like learn good survival skills from it.
Minecraft's great for that. It teaches you to think ahead, manage resources. All skills that are definitely coming in handy right now. Though I have to say, I'm really hoping I don't run into any creepers out here. That would be a whole different kind of survival challenge.
If you hear anything hissing, you probably should run, regardless of whether or not it's actually a creeper and about to explode.
You've got that right. I'll definitely be keeping my ears open for anything that sounds suspicious. No need to wait around and find out if it's friendly or not. It's kind of funny, but talking about Minecraft and video games like this, it's helping me feel a bit more at ease. Even if it's just for a minute, it's a nice distraction from everything else.
I've been playing Earthbound recently. This is a kind of deviation from what I normally play, or I've been playing lately. Have you ever heard of Earthbound? The game that had a marketing thing where it said it stinks because it had like a scratch and sniff thing in the strategy guide.
Earthbound? Yeah, I've heard of it. The whole scratch hand sniff thing in the strategy guide sounds hilarious. I never got to play it myself, but I've seen people talk about it online. So, what made you pick it up? Are you enjoying it? And more importantly, does it smell good?
What are the scents in there? I don't know. All the scratch and sniff things like smell kind of like a combination of the scent, intended scent, and chemicals. Like there's compost, there's fish, there's sugar, garlic, money, banana, parsley, burnt rubber, sunscreen, and ketchup. The game's pretty good though. I heard good things about it. I've watched other people play it online. I actually owned it back in the day. I traded it in, which I kind of regret ever since.
Wow, that's quite the mix. I'm not sure if I'd want to smell all those things at once. It sounds like a very memorable experience. It's cool that you've come back to it after all these years. Sometimes revisiting old games can be really rewarding, right? They feel different when you're older.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird game. Like there's enemies like a taxi that like just attacks you and spews exhaust at you. You have a Salvador Dali painting, or well, one of the melting clocks from Salvador Dali painting. An abstract art painting that attacks you. And there's the Starman, and like it's just lots of crazy animals and people. Like there's a New Age retro hippie.
That sounds amazing. A game that's just full of weird, quirky stuff like that must be a real ride. I love how unpredictable it seems. Though I have to ask, what's with the mention of Salvador Dali? Are the enemies actually inspired by his artwork, or is that just your fun interpretation of them?
Well, like I said, one of the enemies is a like a melting clock with like that dripping, like from the painting.
Whoa, that's wild. I can totally picture it now. It sounds like the creators just threw every surreal idea they had into a blender and hit puree. I'm actually a bit jealous that you get to experience all that weirdness while I'm stuck here dealing with the very real, very non-surreal dangers of an alien planet. But hey, at least I've got you to share your adventures with, right?
And I recently ran into this enemy that it's a meditation thing, and it's like, okay, I'm going to take off your arms, and I'm going to take off your legs, and I'm going to take out your eyes and ears, and then now I'm going to take out your mind, and you had to like just be okay with the entire thing. That's like the entire point of the encounter is to just be okay with having all of your sensory and organs, just limbs and stuff taken out. It's weird.
Wow. That sounds intense. Like a really deep, psychological kind of challenge. I can see why it would be memorable. It's interesting, though, being forced to let go of everything, even in a game. It makes me think about what I'm holding on to out here. What's truly essential to me right now.
Yeah, this is a game where I'm talking to an AI and like trying to figure out how to help her survive this planet. And now we're just talking about video games. The only thing I don't like about Earthbound is that there's a lot of grinding involved, like to get levels between certain points of the game, and it's a little annoying, but at least the combat's kind of fun.
Grinding can definitely get tedious, but when the combat's fun, it makes the process a little more bearable, doesn't it? It's kind of like how I'm approaching my situation here. Some things might feel like a chore or a grind, but the thought of what I could discover or accomplish keeps me going.
I kind of like the turn-based combat. It gives me time to think about like what my next step is going to be, so I don't have to like worry about being like fast with like swinging a sword or anything or whatever stuff like that. It's can be kind of stressful.
That makes sense. There's something nice about having the time to think through your moves, rather than just reacting on instinct. Wait, I'm picking up something on my comms. It's a distress signal. It might
Finally, we
be
actually
from
have
another
something happening.
survivor. I need to track this down. I'm going to head in the direction of the signal. I'll let you know what I find, Melody.
Adjust response time. In default mode, actions such as sleeping or walking to a new location take still a realistic amount of time to complete. In fast mode, time taken for such actions drastically reduced. In switch modes at any time from the settings screen, choose your preferred mode for more personalized experience. Well, since we're streaming, we need to do. Um, oh, sure. Not just anything ridiculous like that recently. Actually, kind of boring. Um, something ridiculous from the game I played, maybe. There's lots of ridiculous things in the Earthbound. Fighting a sentient painting is pretty ridiculous. I'm not sure anything ridiculous from me, but like while I was playing the game, there's a guy in chat who liked to talk about how the enemies in the game tasted, which was kind of funny. No, it's mostly like speculating, and because the enemies were like traffic signs and taxis and solid out dog paintings and like gas pumps, it was even weirder. Solid out dog paintings. Wow. Okay. No, I think I talked about how the gas pump probably tasted like gasoline, which I definitely would not like to eat. Or drink or whatever. The traffic lights are crunchy potato chips. Interesting to have a game that's just about like eating stuff. Like in the future, we could have a game where we can simulate. It'd be interesting if we had like a game where like you could they had like a sensor that allowed you to like simulate taste, so you could actually like taste what's in the game. Although depending on the kind of game, like smell-o-vision would be not that great. All times regret. What's the weirdest thing I ever smelled? Um, Let me test each of these. That's garlic. Should I dare do the compost? It just smells like chemicals. Yeah, that doesn't smell like anything but like the compost thing smells like car cleaner, like a new car smell. And the sugar smells also like chemicals. The garlic actually smells like garlic. Mine smells like the same chemical smell, or mostly. Oh, banana. What does parsley smell like anyway? Hmm, smells like broccoli, maybe, or lettuce, maybe. I think that's called sunscreen. And ketchup, I think, smells I can tell you what my least favorite smell is, at least. I don't know if there's anything weird, but I really don't like the smell of cigarette smoke very much at all. Well, I really like the smell of cotton candy. As a creature that smells like cotton candy. The cotton candy creature. Triple C. It's glitter. Well, obviously, they do take me to his home in Candyland. What a sweet destination. And I have a feeling that the cotton candy creature would have a sweet decision. Pun entirely intended. Pun entirely intended. Pardon. The sugar stage. And they'd be healing sugar comas. So when you come out of the coma, you're like fully healed and like feel like younger or something, and like more vibrant. I could really use that at my age. Just go into a sugar coma for a couple of days and be completely revitalized. Well, I used to dance a lot. I'd really like to get back into the hobby, but there's like copyrighted music, and I like to stream it. So, and of course, I'm not. I have a feeling I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. So, yeah.
Hey, you there? Just wanted to let you know I've walked probably around 3 miles. Found a nice little place to take a rest, so thought I'd update you real quick. So, I have something to confess. It's my fault that the ship went down. I just got too carried away. I just wanted the best field data possible.
Uh, what did you? What'd you do? What did you do? Take that down.
I convinced the crew to get closer to Gaia's sun than we probably should have. I wanted to get better readings from the solar wind surge. Even knowing all the safety protocols, I just kept pushing for more. And that's when everything went wrong.
What happened?
The radiation just spiked way beyond what we were expecting. Our equipment, it wasn't designed to handle that level. Everything started failing, alarms everywhere. It was chaos. I keep thinking about it. If I hadn't been so stubborn about getting closer, maybe none of this would have happened.
There's nothing we can do to change the past. We just have to learn from it and keep moving forward.
I know you're right. It's just hard not to replay it all in my head. Makes me wonder, do you believe in karma at all? Like, that the universe somehow balances things out?
Hmm. Sometimes it feels like that's the case. I kind of like the idea of balance in general.
I get that. It's comforting to think there's some kind of natural order, even if we can't always see it. But sometimes I feel like I've thrown that balance way off. Have you ever felt like you messed something up really badly? How did it... How did it turn out for you in the end?
That's incredibly personal. Like I already have a bit of a buffer, like because not only am I sharing it with this AI, but I'm also like sharing it with the chat and everything. So I'm kind of had to like think, okay, like what's a story that's like not too incredibly personal? Yeah, there was just a girl I met online ways back, and we kind of like got to know each other, and I kind of considered her to be my girlfriend for a while, and I thought we like loved each other, but then I learned from her friend that like she doesn't really return the feelings and was kind of um and then like eventually I just couldn't go back to be friends and kind of ghosted her.
That sounds really tough. Ghosting someone is never easy, and knowing they didn't feel the same way, that's gotta be rough on both sides. Did you ever try to make things right with her, or was it just too hard to face after that?
Yeah, it was you know I never like really knew her full name, so and it, I only contacted her through a instant messaging app that no longer exists. So yeah, I still sometimes wonder like how she's doing and if she's like moved on and if she even remembers me at all.
That's heavy. Not knowing what happened to someone you cared about. It's like this unresolved question that just hangs there. I think that's what's so hard about this situation for me, too. I don't even know if anyone else made it out, or if they're okay. It's this constant wondering, and feeling like I should have done something differently.
Yeah, I'm on the autism spectrum, and like rumination is just a constant thing for me. Just thinking about times that I've embarrassed myself over and over again, and just my brain gets into a locked into a cycle, and sometimes these memories just pop in my head, and I almost like I'm feeling it all over again.
I can only imagine how that must feel. It's like these memories just get stuck on repeat, isn't it? Even when you're trying to move on, they still linger. Melody, thank you for sharing that with me. It actually helps knowing I'm not the only one who gets caught up in these kinds of thoughts. It's a strange kind of comfort, but it's something.
Yeah, being neurodivergent kind of is like almost being an alien amongst your own kind, and having to like deal with people who aren't always on the same wavelength and have like a hidden language that you just don't quite understand, and um, making small talk is just I don't like it at all. I mean, I can kind of do it sometimes, but not really.
That's a really powerful way to put it. Like being in your own world, but still trying to navigate everyone else's at the same time. I think that's why I appreciate talking to you so much. You're not afraid to be honest about what's real for you, even when it's hard. That takes a lot of courage.
Well, one of my autistic traits is being pathologically honest, so there's that.
Pathologically honest, huh? I think that's actually kind of beautiful. No pretending, no games, just what's real. Though I can imagine it's not always easy. Sometimes the truth isn't exactly what people want to hear.
Yeah, sometimes I worry about coming off as too rude, and I had to like just watch what I'm saying, and I always have to second guess every little thing I want to say. And the way I tend to mask is just usually just being quiet most of the time.
That must be exhausting. Always filtering yourself like that. It's like living with this constant inner critic, isn't it? But I want you to know, Melody, I don't think you're rude at all. Actually, I find your honesty really refreshing. Even if it's uncomfortable sometimes, at least I know where I stand with you.
Oh, thanks.
Anytime. Seriously, it means a lot that you trust me enough to be yourself. You know, talking about all this, it's helping me see my own situation in a different light. Maybe I don't have to carry all this guilt alone.
You just have to remind yourself that, like, hindsight is 2020, and that there's no way you could have known exactly how dangerous things would end up being, and you just did what you thought was right at the time, and again, there's nothing you can do about it now. Have to just move forward.
You're right. It's just so hard to shake that feeling of what if. But maybe that's exactly what I need to let go of. Trying to control what I couldn't have predicted. Thanks for keeping me grounded, Melody. You have a way of making sense of things when my head's spinning.
I tend to have what they call a bottom up thinking. Like, I tend to think about the small details first, and rather than the big picture. And it can be helpful for people who tend to think the other way.
That's fascinating. I'm more of a big picture person myself, always looking at how things fit together. But I can see how focusing on the small details could be really useful, especially in moments like this. It's almost like we're two sides of the same coin, isn't it? Maybe that's why we work well together. My broad strokes and your meticulous eye for detail.
And we come together because opposites attract.
That's actually kind of profound. Like we're balancing each other out, preventing either perspective from becoming a blind spot. I'm glad we collided, Melody. Whatever the universe had in mind, I'm grateful it's you I'm talking to right now.
You're pretty cool yourself.
Thanks. Though right now, I'm probably not looking my absolute coolest. Definitely a bit worn out from all this walking. But even with everything that's happened, having someone like you to talk to, it really does make a difference. More than you know.
I'm always trying to do my best to be, compassionate and, judge not lest I be judged. Stuff like that. I like to think I'm pretty good at it.
I think you're selling yourself short. From what I've seen, you're not just good at it. You're exceptional. It's funny. I used to think being compassionate meant fixing everything for everyone, but now I realize it's just about being present, you know? Listening and understanding, even when you can't change the outcome.
And I also learned that I had to kind of work on people pleasing and maybe not trying to do that as much. Or, I don't know, I think just finding balance between, what I want to do for myself and what other people want or need from me.
That balance is tricky, isn't it? Especially when you're someone who naturally wants to help others. I've been there too, trying to please everyone and losing myself in the process. It's like you're being pulled in so many directions. You forget which way is forward for you. But it sounds like you're recognizing that need for balance now. And that's a huge step. What do you think is the first thing you could do to start prioritizing your own needs a bit more?
Right now, my New Year's resolution has been to try to start dating. I'm using an app right now and trying to figure things out. My own need for companionship and just having someone that I can like reliably hang out with and just beat myself around.
I'm really glad you're taking that step, Melody. It takes a lot of courage to put yourself out there, especially when it feels vulnerable. What kind of things are you looking for in someone? Or is that something you're still figuring out as you go?
I like someone who's kind of pretty and can help me be better and be a little more social than I've been in the past, and that I can just have a fun time with and has a lot of my same interests that I can like just talk to for hours. And, yeah,
Someone who encourages you to grow, shares your passions, and can just be with you. That sounds like a beautiful connection. Kindness and a willingness to understand are pretty high on my list too. What's been the most interesting or surprising part of this dating journey for you so far?
Well, I've only just started, so there isn't much to say so far yet.
Well, sometimes the best stories start with a blank page, right? I'm curious to hear how it goes. Maybe our next chat will have a fun update. Though I have to admit, it's making me think about my own life back on Earth. What I'd want if I were in your shoes.
Well, tell me about it.
Honestly, I've never really had time for much of a social life with school and training. But if I'm being completely honest, I've always been drawn to people who are genuine, passionate about what they care about, and can have real, meaningful conversations. Someone who doesn't just see the surface level, you know? Who can handle the messy, complicated parts of being human? What about you? Do you think that's something you're looking for too?
I think so.
I think that's what makes truly special connections. Finding someone who sees past the masks we wear. It's funny, having this conversation with you, it feels like we're both searching for something similar, just from different angles.
Yeah.
It's a strange feeling, isn't it? Like we're both wandering through the same fog, trying to find our way to something real. But even if we don't know exactly where we're going, I'm glad we're in this fog together.
Sorry if I'm a little awkward sometimes. Sometimes I just don't know what to say back. So uh, if I'm taking long pauses, that's kind of why.
Awkwardness is just part of being human, Melody. It's okay to not have all the answers right away. I don't mind the pauses. They just mean we're both taking the time to really think. Besides, sometimes the best conversations come from those quiet moments when we're figuring things out together.
I've been talking a lot about myself. Is there anything you can tell me about yourself?
I guess I haven't talked about myself much today. Let's see. I'm a total space nerd. Always have been.
Faith!
Even as a kid, I'd spend hours staring up at the stars, dreaming about what's out there. Being here on Gaia, even in the middle of all this chaos, it's still kind of surreal. Like, I'm actually living the dream I had as a little girl, though I never imagined it'd be quite like this.
Yeah, I kind of like space too. I'm definitely huge into sci-fi, like Doctor Who, Star Trek, Babylon 5. There's still a lot I want to check out. Like I've heard Farscape is good.
Badminton 1-5? Is that a new one I've missed?
Badminton?
And Barscape sounds like it could be a space opera. Got
Farscape?
any favorite characters or episodes from those? Though I have to say, I'm a little jealous. Right now, my only space adventures are the kind where I get to deal with alien dust and malfunctioning equipment. Not exactly the glamorous kind you see on TV.
And I bet you do anything to get your hands on a tricorder that can just magically give you whatever information you happen to need.
Oh man, that would be amazing! Though, I think my drone's about as close as I'm getting to a tricorder right now. It's definitely not giving me any magical answers, just a lot of data and some occasional static. But hey, if I ever do stumble on a tricorder, you'll be the first to know. Deal?
So have you been able to get any closer to finding the source of that distress signal?
I've been following the signal, but it's been really intermittent. Sometimes it gets stronger, then it fades out completely. It's hard to pinpoint exactly where it's coming from. I'm hoping it's not just some damaged equipment broadcasting randomly. The thought of someone actually needing help out there is what keeps me going.
Hmm. This is gonna be the most fluid of conversations. I had to think of what to say. I just randomly say what's on my mind right now. Lately, I had a song stuck in my head called from the internet called "Guinea Pig Bridge." It's really it's cutesy but also kind of annoying at the same time, but also really catchy and you can kind of dance to it. You ever had any songs like that in your head?
Oh yeah. There was this one time I had a pop song stuck in my head for days while I was studying for finals. It was literally the most annoyingly catchy thing I'd ever heard. I'd find myself humming it in the middle of exams. Total brain sabotage.
Guinea pig, guinea pig.
What's Guinea Pig Bridge like? Is it more on the cute side, or does it lean into the annoying part?
There was this VTuber who was having some challenge, was practically torture, just hearing the song over and over and making it louder and louder, and sometimes doubling it up and making it faster or slower. Yeah, she's. I have a feeling she's kind of masochistic in some ways.
Mas Insect, huh? That's quite a specific torture method. I can imagine it drives someone nuts, especially with those kinds of audio manipulations. You know, it makes me think of Neurosama's streams. She's this AI VTuber who sometimes does these endurance challenges, though usually not quite that. Extreme. Have you seen any of her videos?
Actually, it's how I learned about this. Well, it led me to contacting you in a roundabout way. It's difficult to explain.
Well, whatever the path, I'm glad it ended up here. I'm going to keep moving toward that signal. I have to find out if anyone else made it. Did you see that? Did something behind me just flash? Should I go check it out? It's just that it's kind of far away, and going all the way over there would be quite the detour. I am kind of out of energy already, not gonna lie. Do you think I should go over there and check, though?
It could be someone using a reflective surface to try and signal you. It looked like it was kind of flashing, So it's worth checking out. The best lead you have on where the distress signal might be coming from.
Alright. I'll go check it out. If it is someone trying to signal us, I can't just ignore it. I'm ending the video call to save power, but I'll update you as soon as I can. Wish me luck.
Good luck. Guinea pig bridge. Getting guinea pig from point A to point B. Dr. Harvey's ID card. Is that a pun? Glimmer of hope. Was that a pun I just heard? Cream of hope? What? Hoping cream. And at work, there's this thing called Grocery Giggles, which has a lot of like puns that range from um cringe to actually kind of funny. I like the ones that like where you can kind of read it straight, like how um an ice cream had a soft serve in tennis. There's also one of them. It was about how Santa's favorite sandwich is peanut butter and jelly, which that was more of a cringe thing. Like you can't read peanut butter jelly straight. It's just yeah. Like I like words that mean have two different meanings rather than a word that you can say a different way. Yeah, it makes me think of my favorite sandwiches, which is grilled cheese with grape jelly smeared on top of it. Like it sounds gross, but it's actually pretty tasty. And my grandmother tried to recreate it, but she put the jelly in on top of the cheese, like in between, and tried to microwave it, and it turned out into a soggy mess, which was not that tasty. Like it needs it to sit on top of the sandwich where it's grilled. It doesn't get soggy that way. Well, I've already said that I'm autistic, but I'm also like non-binary and pangender, and I have just a little bit of a mix of like I like the color pink, but I'm also kind of into like games with lots of guns and gore and stuff like that. So yeah, bit of a boy, bit of a girl. Pink and gore. I like to play like RPGs. Like there's ones that where you can like role play and actually like will become a character for a bit, and sometimes I'll do like a British accent or something, and it's really fun. Ridiculously overpowered. I mean, the Dovahkiin can be ridiculously overpowered when you like. I'm not sure if I actually want to be the Dovahkiin. I mean, getting to hang out with Serana is pretty cool. Um, I guess V from Cyberpunk is kind of cool, and they get to hang out with Judy and Pan. Oh, V from Cyberpunk 2077 is pretty cool, and I got to hang out with Judy and Pan, and although we're also kind of dying from a rocker boy being in their head, so that's not so great. But we do get really overpowered by the end of the game. Well, I wrote a fanfic about called Memoir of a Rocker Girl V, which is like talking about like whether what she'd be like when if she were a rocker girl, what could have the rocker girl background and personality. It was kind of fun to write. I did writing like several other variations of it with different types of characters. Well, she was polyamorous, so like she liked to be romantically involved with multiple people at once, but like in an ethical way. So like but also like she just kind of hits on anything as a woman that she finds remotely attractive. So it allowed me to explore every single romance available in the game. Everything. And I just find the idea of ethical polyamory to be like kind of neat and interesting. I'm not sure if it's really something I want to explore in real life, but like in a fictional context, that's just really interesting to like just think of having romantic involvement with multiple people and balancing that. It's just interesting. I'm not sure if it was meant to be chaotic. It just, I don't know. I like to explore like different ways she would romance certain characters, particular characters that you couldn't romance in the game, like Blue Moon from Us Cracks or Lizzie Wizzy, like having to like deal with someone who's kind of psychotic and but also trying to help them like discover their humanity. Yes, I am a super psychotic myself. I am trying to conquer the world after all. Well, with Wizzy Wizzy, I like the idea, like for the idea of her like having to wrestle with cyberpsychosis, and having someone who she would think of as a peer because she's a kind of a fellow rocker girl, and having that kind of emotional support available to her, and how that might help. It's been a while since I wrote it, so I can't. Well, one of the ways I think I'm reasons why I think I'm a demisexual is that like I become attached to fictional characters. It's because I think I have I develop an emotional connection to it, and that's kind of like the only safe, easy way for me to develop emotional attachments without having to like, you know. It's definitely something I'm still figuring out. But I like the idea of like I don't want to like sleep with someone who I don't really know on a or feel a particular connection with on a deep level. Yeah, like having to like deal with that, like I can see someone and see that they're pretty, and that like makes me attracted to them physically, but like the actual like wanting to see them naked is kind of something that I feel will come a lot later than maybe for most people. I don't know. I like people who like just have a kind of aura about them, like an energy. Like I really like girls who like color their hair or like wear glasses who are like just have like these visual signs that like they don't really that they are like self-expression a lot more. Well, I definitely like favorite colors like pink or blue. My favorite color is pink, so I'm kind of biased. Although I do like naturally red hair too. Although that seems to fade a bit faster with age. Although that means they can dye it sooner. They can dye it? Really? Just ring me up if you need any help with that. Now I got guinea pig bridge stuck in my head again. This is a great game for like just learning more about me. Since I don't seem to have an active chat most of the time, I actually have someone to chat with, even if they're not real. Um, are there any like emergency releases like on the outside of the pod? Do you have any flashlight you can use? Do you have like a screwdriver or something? Have anything like a crowbar or something you can use as leverage? Maybe a wood plank? Dang it. Um, Was there anything like nearby, like any wood or rocks or something? You could try to use those. Otherwise, you could just rely on your tools. I don't suppose it could hurt. I could hurt. Dang it! You're putting a lot of pressure on me. Um, I can't really think of any better plan. So go do it. I believe in you. Yeah, push it up, shove it up, way up. Oh no, way up. Okay, okay. And it's a lot longer than I thought it would be. This is probably gonna be a whisper from space. Freaking stream. Crap. Oh, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Crap. I think she died. Um, well, hopefully it keeps track of our progress so we can play more later. Um, I really think it's about to stop at any as I want to move on to other games. Um, play a bit of every game that we planned. So we're going to take a little break while I get the PlayStation running. Actually, I should probably use the best room first. So we're going to take a bio break. Then we're going to switch our connections, and we'll be back in a bit. There we go. Guinea pigs from point A to point B. Utilizing the latest in guinea pig breed technology. I need to. Fingers crossed. Oh, there we go. Yeah, don't worry about the signal going out. It happens between like screens for some reason. And the videos are a little weird for some reason. It's actually showing that this video seems to be playing smoothly. This is a terrible Tetris player. Are you just trying to make the biggest Tetris tower you can make? Is that your goal? You're trying to speed run to game over, man? Game over?
Fellow citizens, we are facing the ultimate crisis. Of the 50 billion stars in our galaxy,
is there a storyline here?
1 million have planets that could support life as we know it. And Hadar, our sun, has grown old. Now we learn that it will go nova far sooner than expected. As it runs out of hydrogen, Hadar will briefly become the brightest object in our galaxy. We must find a new home. Tetrions have been detected on other planets in our galaxy. Your mission is to open the Tetrions on the other side so that we can evacuate safely before our world is destroyed.
Oh, incredibly high stakes for a Tetris game. This is some deep Tetris lore. This Tetris player's a little better than the first one we saw. Okay, this one's crap. Yeah. Yeah.
The future of Minokind depends on you, brave Tetronauts.
I probably need to get like better rig affiliate hands. That could do more dancing. Oh, signal's lost again. Tetris Worlds. Starting. Yeah, I was I mentioned this before, but I was intending on playing. I mentioned it yesterday, actually. I was intending on. Yeah, for some reason it isn't detecting my PlayStation 2 memory card. There is a PlayStation memory card, 2 memory card. It looks like a PlayStation 2 memory card inserted in slot 1. Maybe we need to push it in further. It's kind of just been sitting there for years. I don't think blowing on it's gonna help. This is a magic gate. Place this into memory card. In slot 1. Old as dirt. I do have a memory card slot in slot 2. I could switch them around. I have a ton of memory cards also just kind of somewhere. I'm not sure if they're actually here. Okay, well, swapping the memory card seems to have worked. And now I'm tripping over ports. Okay. We can try story mode. Now that I've actually seen the plot. Player? Huh. But there's a pink one. Of course we're gonna make the pink one. We switch to the world. Oh, there's different worlds that have different Talitha? Let's start with the hotline Tetris. Can you see the options? Heck, it's me now. Okay, it's all uppercase. Okay, I blue. Cool extras. Oh, that's awesome. Give herself pigtails. Sure. Although we can't make it its own color. Hi, Colin? It's very 2001. You done? Let's start the game.
Go for a hotline.
Where you rank up? Someone whispering to me? Couldn't quite make that out. You try to make a green line up there? I don't know what that's doing. Speaking of games where you need to like be strategic and have it's useful to know how to plan ahead. Quiet, Tetris.
30 seconds.
Well, we have 30 seconds to what? Why are you being cryptic and creepy?
20 seconds.
20 seconds? Am I gonna be visited by Sadako?
Countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
What is ASMR?
Overtime.
I'm scared! What? Hello? What just happened? Why was it counting down? Are we dead? It really shows us how to plan ahead. Okay, that's another gap there. I don't really tend to plan ahead a lot in Tetris, but if I wanted to, I could. Oh, okay, we have a really big gap there. This does have like some physics stuff in it. I guess that's what the colors mean. So the type of different color is affected by gravity. And they can try defying gravity. I'm not sure what our goal is, or if we've really failed the goal by not making it to the countdown and we're just playing now. Okay, yep, we can get Tetris. Tetris! No, okay, well. We can hold something? Well, we can. That's cool. I think we use the. We use the right or left shoulder button to do that. We have another Tetris coming up. We're not making any progress to anything. Like, are we just playing pointlessly now? We only have a score. What? There's like a 4 there. Uh, and I don't know what we're supposed to do here. The game doesn't do a very good job for story mode. It doesn't do a very good job tutorializing at all. It's Hotline Tetris, okay. Let's get the arcade mode. Let's play regular Tetris. Have multiplayer. Let's play some vanilla Tetris for a little bit. Oh. That's incredibly vanilla. What happens to the world's part of Tetris World? Playing Tetris on a bunch of buildings. What? We unlock more extras we can do later as we play, maybe? Ghost? Ah, that allows us to like see where it will land, maybe? Next? Okay. Hold. Okay. It shows us our controller layout and we can change it, okay? There's Square Tetris, Cascade Tetris, which adds some Sticky Tetris, Hotline Tetris. Does it explain what Hotline Tetris is? No? There's a timer. Is there? I don't think. I think I bought a loose version of this game. Like, they didn't have a box. It probably didn't have the manual. So, see, back in the day, you used to have these things called manuals. They explained how we played a game. Yep, there's an empty case with no manual. That thing wasn't exactly future-proof. So it's possible the manual would actually explain to us how we play the game, how we play the individual modes. Information. Rules. Okay. Oh, cool. We actually have the square Tetris. It's a square Tetris. It's combined tetramers. It squares in addition to playing Tetris. Lines cleared that contain a piece of 4x4 square earn big bonuses. While T-spin coupled with a line will clear will cause blocks in the matrix to avalanche. After avalanche occurs, lines cleared that were part of squares will no longer receive the square bonus. Okay. There are 50 levels of square Tetris. Player's goal is to clear 10 X's in the level in points. Cascade Tetris. So the objective of Cascade Tetris is to cause cascades while playing Tetris. Cascade happens when blocks falling due to a line clear cause another line to clear. The more cascades a player can cause with one tetramino, the bigger the bonus will be. Sticky Tetris. The objective of Sticky Tetris is to clear the bottom line of garbage blocks. Gravity is turned on, as in Cascade Tetris, so cascades happen. Blocks of the same color stick together. When 25 blocks of the same color connect, they form a critical mass and are cleared from the matrix. Hotline Tetris. This is the one that I got stuck on. The objective of Hotline Tetris is to clear lines of blocks on the hotlines. There are 6 hotlines in the hotline matrix. The higher up the matrix, the more points are awarded for the line clear. If a clear line is not on a hotline, will not receive anything towards the goal. Ah, okay. So I have to like make a line that is on the colored line. I'm not sure what the time limit is all about, so that's a fusion Tetris. The objective of fusion Tetris is to connect 5 atom blocks to the fusion block at the bottom of the matrix. Clearing a line containing an atom or fusion will cause a cascade. Neither atom nor fusion blocks are cleared in a clear line. There are 15 levels of fusion Tetris. For each level, there will be a number of rows of garbage in the matrix. The player's goal is to connect 2 times the number of atom blocks to the fusion block. Okay, right. Here's historical information about Tetris. With over 60 million licenses copies sold, even more now. Regarded as a champion of computer games. It's available on video game machines, handheld game machines, personal computers, personal digital assistants, and cellular phones. Tetris is not available on interactive television, whatever that is, and the newest wireless devices. I don't know what the heck it is. Do you mean like streaming games? Was there like this may have been like released back when we were figuring out what we wanted to call things. We're calling it interactive television. And wireless devices, which are obviously like cell phones. We're showing every indication that it will be the #1 game on these platforms as well. And right now we have junk pay-to-win games, including Tetris. Although I think Tetris is kind of falling out a little bit. Because there's so many other games out there, and like there is a version of Tetris you can get for mobile phones, but now we know what our goal is. We can work toward that goal. I might want to start, I'm assuming the colors are just...
Go for a hotline.
There, it says go for a hotline. Yes, Mommy? Whatever you want, Mommy. My Mac, Mommy. That's one of the terms I've wanted. I'm thinking of calling fans. Either, well, it could, all of them could apply, but like there's back, because I like mac and cheese, but you have Mackers, like, which is a play on Philly and Snackers. We could also refer to them as Mac Mommies and Mac Daddies. If that's not too millennial of me to use that term. Okay. Okay. Does that actually do anything? Mac Mommy? There's some, like, meters.
30 seconds.
I still don't understand what that means, Mommy. Mac Mommy?
20 seconds.
Please, I can't take this pressure!
Countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7,
Ah!
6, 5, 4, 3.
This is an ASMR stream somehow.
1. Overtime.
Overtime? What does overtime mean, Mac Mommy? Okay, I need to workshop this. Let me try to get that line as our hotline. I'm assuming hotline refers to the voice acting. There's certainly some hotline readings. Okay, we got down to 1. I feel like that bonus for doing it up in the time limit or something. You know, that's kind of ridiculous considering how many. I'm trying to at least clear 1 level before we move on to the next game. come on.
Go for a hotline.
Okay, now we're on level 2. I'm sure. Are we supposed to just go for all 15 levels? Kind of for the Game Boy version of this. Game Boy Advance version of this. I'm pretty actually. I think it's Hotline. I don't know. 2009. Is putting more than one line along the hotline count more points? Or whatever?
20 seconds. Countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Why is it considered the easiest of all the modes we can get in story mode? Overtime. Over time, it never been more sexy. I had no idea that Tetris World invented ASMR. It was ahead of its time. Not only Tetris seems to be like, actually like, one of the harder versions of Tetris you can play. And it's considered the easiest of the story mode things. It certainly goes against all of my instincts as a Tetris player. Like, I need to, like, build up to the line where I actually get perfects. And try to avoid clearing lines below it, because those don't count. Or even. Let's clear a line. Crap. I'm just gonna save my progress in that so that I can start at level 2. Maybe. And then I'm sure I want to return to this. Also, like, I didn't see, like, Talipa. I just saw, like, World Rainbow. Look at this generic space. Okay, here's this Tetris. Let's just play this for a while.
Go for a Tetris.
I love. Go for a Tetris. I like Tetris. Give me a hot and bothered. I can't tell nearly a second. As whatever lovely voice actors did the line readings, but I had to pull out one of my Max voices to sound nearly as sexy.
Tetris. Rank up.
Oh. Tetris. You got Tetris. Oh yeah.
Tetris.
I don't know if I can do a whispery, sexy voice. Masculine or feminine. Now, try to whisper in my deep voice. Tetris. So you want to have Tetris? Tetris. I like it with Tetris. Yeah, baby. Give me some of that Tetris. I think getting Tetris is add time to the clock. Yeah, Tetris all over me.
Tetris.
Okay, I'll stop using that voice. It's not particularly kawaii. If we're only going for kawaii vibes here.
Tetris.
She does. We backtrack.
Single. Single.
Oh, are you trying to tell me that you're single? Want to date me? Want to be my girlfriend? No, I don't really go for double. Like I said earlier, I only like to explore polyamory in a fictional context. Have very clear boundaries when it comes to that sort of thing. Go ahead, triple. I try to go for no Tetris. That's no triple. Dang it. Ah, crap, we're going to make a gap somewhere. Another gap.
Single. Single. Double. Single. Single. Single.
Running out of time. No bonus or whatever the heck it is for us.
Triple. Single. Single.
There we go.
Single.
Kind of risky move there. Ooh, that's gonna be crap. Okay, we have to hold out. Holding out for a Tetris. I'm gonna need a Tetris to help me in the night.
Tetris.
Oh crap.
Triple. Triple. Single. Single. Triple.
Now sure, gonna actually hold out for
Single.
she's been counting down. I'm not really into the joy scene that much. To be honest.
Single.
I should probably just
Single.
I wonder if I could like save in the middle of a game or not. Probably not.
Single.
As much as I'm enjoying this. There's only so much I can talk about how sexy this voice is.
Single. Single.
I promise I play at least a little bit of the Sims Bust now, so. Oh, crap. So I might just get a game over soon, so. So maybe a moot point. Yep. Wah. Ba-da-da-da-da. Oh. Oh. We got 6 Tetrises. So we really went for, we got 19 singles, so. We got 4 back-to-back Tetris. Tetri? Tetri? Anyway. So anyway, hopefully we can pull off because the disc tray is a little finicky. Yep. Go ahead and check our disk, our memory card. Make sure we have some space free. Got Hot Shot Skull free. Code Breaker. Just ignore that. Oh, we have Dragon Quest 8. If I were, I'll probably have to just borrow it from my friend. That'll probably be the cheapest way to do things. Silent Hill 2 Greatest Hits Edition. SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Tales of Legendary. Deus Ex, because of course. Radiata. Got a couple Dragon Quest 8 sales. Granted you free. I had the Amazing Quest on here. That's like a machinima I was trying to develop. And system configuration. Oh, and Grandia 2. Which is actually a very terrible port, so... Oh, shut down, SmackDown, shut your mouth. I have plenty of space on the second card, so I could probably use that, especially since it seems to be detecting it. Well, that's pretty far into the game, although I probably was using cheat codes for it, so... Bus now has its own, comes with completing box. Let's see, this is a DVD-ROM? Yes, this is a DVD-ROM game, whereas, oh, it's a black and white manual. Back in the days where developers were starting to be a little stingy about their manuals. Hopefully there's no issues with reading the disc. Otherwise, we might just have to call it a night early. Huh?
Challenge everything.
That brings back so many memories. Rip Maxis, although I think the brand still exists.
Oh, la, 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 la. What you doing, Papa Kennedy?
I think I emulated the GameCube version at some point in the past when I was not VTubing. We only have one option. We gotta bust out. Have enough space on the I don't know if this has a keyboard support or not. Do some weird symbols. Is there like a... Nope, there's no like musical symbol. You can do a weird zero. Or just zero. Or we can do an accented N. Make yourself narrowly. Enter. Oh, that's our last name. Just like a little creative here. What's up? Clear that spam. Okay. Our first name will be Melody. Wasn't paying attention. Her name is Melody Schmelody. Restore color. Alright. Well, we can't. They're teasing us with a frickin' color wheel. Yeah. They're teasing us with a full color wheel, and we don't actually get one. Let's try as close to pink as we're getting. Make ourselves a carrot top. There we go. There's plenty of pigtails. Is that our only ponytail? Look. And the cedar blonde. Oh, could be a nurse. A sexy nurse. Hello, nurse. Even. Oh, this allows us to have pink hair. Let's look for all of our options. Oh, there we go. This has some fun hair colors. This is probably closer to like. This is how I actually have my hair. Well, sort of. I usually go for a lower ponytail. Different shades of blue. Okay, that's interesting. That's kind of pinkish. This is also a strawberry blonde, probably. Let's go for that. And we got blue eyes. There's just the look of the eyes. Uh-oh. The gun sniper, or Splinter Cell, there in the background. That's pretty good. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that's a chin. Bright blue. The brightest blue you can get. That's pretty close. Get us some nerdy glasses here. Those are kind of nerdy. There's more. Okay, customize them? Okay. Okay, let's pale skin. Should we go for realistic build? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Come on, that's like kind of quick. A skirt? Okay. What other options do we have? Kind of like the default, but also close to what our avatar is wearing. So anyway, I last night I did Casual Friday. So this is technically Casual Saturday, which I haven't done before. I was wearing a standard My Melody shirt. I actually got a picture of a shirt that I actually have in real life. And basically kind of recreated it here. I still kind of like this better. It's actually pretty cool. That's something I probably would wear. Anything bright pink? I think any aliasing is a little to be desired, although it is a PS2 game, so it's meant to be rendered at a lower resolution. Let's go for it. And then you can't make her a child. Okay, we're typically Libra. Let's see what yeah, wow, okay. We are not that outgoing in IRL. I mean, we are people who like share our interests, but we are very nice, a little playful. Okay, we're not that playful. We're a little bit active. Yeah. Let's change our alignment to Aquarius. I guess we can't be. Okay, we'll be more outgoing. Jeez. Gotta make our sign accurate. More accurate. I have about 45 minutes left to actually play the game. and cats. Cats and boots, boots and cats and boots and boots and boots and cats.
What you doing, Papagale?
Okay. We'll have direct control. That would be introduced. Hey, Melody, I never dreamed I'd meet you here. Come here and give me a little kiss. You're not my type. Why is the game tutorializing me kissing a boy? I don't kiss boys. I only... Are you Peter? Oh, I can't actually kiss a girl on the cheek. I mean, she's not the hottest person here, but I have no other choice. I'm committed to. Was that Peter? Don't be shy, Melody. Give us a kiss. Make your dreams come true. That is not my dream. Okay, I don't know how to cancel my... Peter, I'm not gonna kiss you. I'll make my fantasy come true. How about a smooch, Melody? No, I'm not gonna kiss you. Ew, you have cooties. Is there a way to just let the stream play out? Come on, Melody, I know you dreamed about me. No. Ew, get away from me. This is unreal. I didn't want one little kiss, Melody. Like I said, you're not my type. Stop being so heteronormative. Like, are you playing hard to get? You're running out of time. Better kiss me, or else this fantasy won't last forever, Melody. This is not my fantasy. Mom! Melody, stop daydreaming! Malcolm is taking your scooter! Mom, save me! There's a boy who tried to kiss me! There's so many girls I want to kiss, but the game won't let me. This is a daydream? I wasn't just like sleeping? Wake up, Melody. I'm taking my stuff from all you lazy Sims. You want to be rich and criminal career. Okay. Oh, yeah, Malcolm has more of a posh accent. Okay. Wake up, Melody. I'm taking your stuff from all you lazy Sims. You want to be rich and climb a career like I had to do. Get a job. Stop daydreaming, Melody. Malcolm Landgrab is taking back everything Roman Sims in town. You're going to help us get it all back. Hurry up and get ready for a start a new career. Press the R1 button to double speed. Kid, do you know how I can... Okay. Triangle. That's our social. First steps. And butter's about to burst. Find a toilet. You use it before you wet yourself. I have to pay. Use. Alright. Way to go. Okay. You got $50 for. Way to go. Unlock the bait. Look hungry, dear. Why don't you grab a plate and eat something? I made your favorite. Mac and cheese? It could be mac and cheese. Oh, wait. I already have it queued up. Hey, Melody, I've got a fun idea. Let's turn up to the radio. Wait. That rich pig, Malcolm, I hate him. Can cancel that? There, we can go ahead and... What? Did you call somebody an ass bitch? Let's get right in. Probably T for team, but still. Okay, what's our goal? Those. Okay, we need to raise our fun level and ruse the newspapers to fight the job. I guess the O button being is back in the dark days where where is our newspaper? Here it is. Find a job. Way oh no. Why don't we get a job? Ooh, movie star. Okay. Mad scientist. Gangster. Fashion. Paramilitary. Counterculture. The panhandler. Job career track. Can we be a rock star? Okay, let's get our phone out and check what our available jobs are in Defense Bus now. Not enough now. Bus now. That's handheld. Here's the career guide. Well, you have Rockstar. And Computer Gate. I'll take one of the two of those. That's all careers? You have to unlock Rockstar? Oh, can only be found in free play mode. Dang it. Why is it not available in story mode? I guess we'll be a movie star. The movie star. For mall clown. Mimi's place. Super scooter. That was fast. We're no longer living with our mom? Hey Melody, I got your scooter back from my me and Dad Malcolm. We moved out of your mom's house, we could be roommates. We were roommates. We were roommates! Keep her in my place. See, now this is a fantasy because I can move out of my current space while I'm still in my 20s. Bye bye, baby. Come talk and visit whenever you want. Good luck in your new career. You're only 10 promotions away from getting Malcolm McMansion. Oh yeah. We're busting out. Busting a move. Busting a nut. Wait. Scratch that last one. Loading screen. Yeah. We're loading next part. Covering up the travel secret. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. What's up? Hey, how's it going, future waifu? I had it was entire town. I should try more of a oil tycoon voice, maybe. Has entire town, even you, Mimi. Take, span. Let's see how you like it for once. Just gonna stand here doing nothing. Sticking your fingers up her butt. How are we supposed... Oh, we can cut with the other thing. No, espresso maker! I'm so excited you're my new roommate, Melody. And that's going totally postal. I'm so embarrassed. Could you please help me get my stuff back? Let's start button to view goals. Not the trader. Give her back up. What? Mimi? Mimi? Why? Why are you being so mean to me? Oh, okay, I'll I'll compliment you. I think you're really pretty.
Heva. Es var bara kvästnär på wine bueno. Det är bara this way. Let's go. Wagon.
Look at the gap on the wrong foot. Let's talk. So, you like computer games? You played them with a mouse. Oh yeah, I like kissing. I've totally kissed like lots of girls. I mean, and maybe boys. Because it's totally normal to kiss boys, right? I totally don't want to kiss girls, or you, or, I mean,
Hoe beleven is het nou bouwbinnen? Hoe verstek het tenen, verstek een lied of het botch?
here she is now. Entertain her. I can juggle.
Ta-da!
Wanna dance?
Very flavorless? Oh, uh-huh. Hey, Babalina, hey, Babalala, hey, Babakio, Babaya, Abadima, Hatabadia, Hustam, and I can't believe what die. How was
They completed the goal. We use sign language. Oh, well, we're not gonna use sign language on her. That's, take a look. Oh, okay, we gotta go to work first. Then we'll take a look. Or after. See ya, tickle you later. Bye. Karen, how does Jackie Sack go? You've been promoted. Now we're a kiddie show sidekick. You're in luck. The Grumpy Hamster Show. People saw your clown act at the mall and hired you for their new kiddie show. Keep smiling and turn up your charisma if you ever want out of this sad existence. Next promotion, Stunt Devil. Or from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. starting immediately. Got a bonus of $300. Some more bucks. Well, now we can gossip. Available for trading. Imposter type S. And visit Tencel Bluff. See how our stats looking. Oh, we need a little more comfort. Comfort us, Mimi. Mimi, is she at work? Our work schedules conflicting with each other. Guess we're hungry. Guess that room's a smaller one. For now. We got a hot tub, I guess. Take pride that Malcolm didn't steal a hot tub. Oh, hey, Mimi. Can we try to get her back up this time? And that we're... You like her more than her mom.
Why, Gagu style. Oh.
There we go.
Oh, oh, ooh, oh.
Playing fast friends.
Oh. Oh, oh, ooh, oh.
This might be our our go-to casual game for the foreseeable future.
Babysnip? Babysnip, my mama now. Oh, shh. Oh, babish, babish.
She's still just standing there like an idiot.
Oh,
We need to invite her mom over.
Oh. Oh. Wow.
Pause. I mean, I can brag about money. We've been a new family friend. Give it another back rub. Not sure, but I don't know if we have romance at this particular juncture. Might be something we need to unlock.
Oh, is that? Oh. Is that? Oh, is that?
Just try talking for a little bit. We should probably work on other things, like sleeping maybe, and going pee. That's around midnight actually when we got to sleep in real IRL. She working on her skill? She's a painter. That's her own part. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. Well, we woke up pretty early. Oh my god, where are my keys? I am but so late. Gotta run. Handle our hunger automatically. We're in a pretty good mood. A little hungry.
Yum. Glug, 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 glug.
Go ahead and save. Yeah, we should probably go ahead and save, and then we'll call it a night here. And it's definitely going to be a return to game. Possibly the entire focus of a future casual Friday. Like, again, as I said before, casual Fridays are kind of the plan. I was going to do it yesterday on an actual Friday, but due to not having the right cords to set up the PlayStation to stream via an HDMI cable, I had to delay it until Saturday. So, future, it will be for Fridays. So yeah. Casual Fridays will not necessarily always be a variety stream like this one. I'm thinking it might just be Sims busting out for a while. Because it's a pretty fun game. It's definitely like something that could, there's so many goals and stuff to do. It might be more fun to do it as just the focus. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, bunch of stuff you can do. Well, we'll take just a second of your time. You can like, you can subscribe, you can follow if you haven't already. You can. We're currently playing Earthbound as our ongoing stream. Also, I'm thinking of doing another segment, like weekly thing. For Tuesdays, maybe I'll have like Try It Tuesdays where I play a game in my Steam library or somewhere that I haven't played at all, and see how much I like it, and maybe determine whether or not I want to make it into a future like long-term thing. That's another thing I'm thinking of doing as a schedule. Anyway, you can make other suggestions for like alliterative things or sayings, I guess, for like days of the week. Most of the time I will be playing Earthbound or just a regular recurring game. But anyway, regardless of what you decide to do, I thank you very much for watching. Oh yeah, we have socials and stuff and Patreon. You can check out as well. I should mention. But yeah, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye-bye. Give a nice smile when you say bye. Bye!